Hi, this is Marcum Davis, Director of Abundance International. I want to share the history and story a little bit about one of the orphanages we've cared for a while. This is in Vinnytsia, a very large facility. And as I share the story with you, I begin with a recent visit around Christmas. We got to meet with the kids, get out some gifts. But the reason I want to show you this, it gives you a little idea as the kids are assembled how many there are here. And this isn't all of them. The hard part about Vinnytsia being in the middle of the country is that other orphanages that were in closer to war zones ended up sending their children there. So in a very short time, they nearly doubled the amount of kids that they were servicing here at this facility. And it required a lot of things to keep up with the demand, to help out where we could. And that's where we're grateful to all of you who support and been giving to Abundance International. You've always been able to see right where it goes and us involved. Now, the early days of the war were incredibly challenging because the law required them when an air raid siren went off, they would have to go to the basement, and they got really tired of taking the kids down there 2, 3, 4 times a day, and even in the middle of the night. So they ended up, for a long time, setting up housing down here, so the kids were literally living in a basement. And we're talking about a lot of kids. They had set up bathrooms down there, they'd set up cooking facilities. It's just an incredibly sad thing to see. And it went on for months till sanity finally sank in and they said they just can't do this to the kids no matter what. The air raid sirens are going on and off. So we helped them get back set up in the regular part of the orphanage, had to give them new mattresses. I want to talk a little bit about the culture. One of the things you have to appreciate is we want these kids to emerge from this with as much of their childhood and life intact and appreciation for the culture they were brought up in. So they have holidays, traditions, teachings, various things to do to help them understand Ukrainian history and who they are as Ukrainians. I really respect it, and the kids really seem to love these dearly. It's fun to be a part of. One of the things that must be dealt with is because the kids are basically going to live their lives in this facility within these compounds is physical fitness, and in wintertime that's a little bit more difficult. So I'm going to share with you as an example how projects work dealing with this orphanage and all of the ones we really have cared for. We first get a letter of request from the director, and he'll give us an example of, in this case, what fitness equipment they wanted replaced. And as we gave, then he'd also send videos of then the kids, of them installing it, and then the kids playing on it. So we really get the joy, because for us the joy is being able to see the kids enjoy it and benefit from it. And so we get to watch these and say, wow, that's really cool. We get to be part of their lives. At the end, we get the itemization of the expenditures and a copy of the receipt. And then we get more photos of the kids enjoying exercise routines as classes in the fitness rooms. I want to talk to you a little bit about the classroom, because you realize the kids have to spend their lives here, including their entire grade school education. And this is one of the projects they've asked us for help on. The flooring is 30 plus years old, and it's not only damaged, but there are parts sticking out. They have to put tape on, little stickers to cover them so the kids don't trip. One of the difficult things to talk about is the special needs kids. It's hard to look at children who really have very little hope for a normal life. And yet what I love most is these caregivers, that they genuinely love tending for these kids and smile at them and give them as positive an environment as possible for such a difficult life. And this is a major part of the operation in Vinnytsia. So a quick thank you from me. It's me on the left, Marcum Davis, the director of the orphanage and the head doctor. I want to thank you for letting us have a chance to share this thing that's deeply in our heart. We hope you'll have a chance to enjoy and participate and know that what you're doing makes these kids smile.
Yeah.